Guys, this is a review of concave mirrors. First thing you need to know about concave mirrors is they bend in and they are converging mirrors. So they bring light together, converge light. The first line you have to draw is from the top straight to the mirror, then it bends through the near focus. The second line is from the top through the near focus, it hits the mirror, then goes straight. I apologize, some of these drawings are going to be kind of sketchy, I'm aware, but I'm going to try to show you. So the first line goes from the top straight to the mirror, and then it's going to bend through the focus. Alright, let me try that again. Alright, straight to the mirror, bends through the focus. Alright, the second line is going to go from the top through the focus, hits the mirror, and then bends straight. Now where those two lines intersect, that's where the image forms. Alright? Now the three things about the image. First, is it real or virtual? The first thing is it's real because those two lines really do cross. The second thing, is it inverted or upright? It's inverted because the arrow is upside down and it is below that middle line, the normal. And then third, is it bigger or smaller? And this is smaller. This is like when we took the mirror and we focused the image onto the piece of paper in front of the mirror. Next, we have the concave mirror when your object is inside the focus. Alright, on this one, it was way outside the focus. On this one, it will be inside the focus. So again, our two lines, let's go back, our two lines are from the top straight to the mirror, then bends through the near focus. Near focus meaning the focus on the side of the object. So we're going to try this again. From the top to the mirror, then it's going to bend through the near focus. Then the next one is from the focus to the mirror. However, it's behind the focus, so we have to trace a line up to the top, and then it continues on that line to the mirror, and then it will bend straight. Okay, so now these two lines clearly are never going to meet, so what we have to do is to trace back the path they would have taken, and if we do that, we get the lines intersecting right here, and this is where your image forms. Alright, your image in this case will be upright, it will be virtual. Why is it virtual? Well, because those lines do not really cross. If these two lines do not cross, then it's not real. And then is it bigger or smaller? It is clearly bigger. Okay, so that's type 2. Alright, these lines do not really cross, so it's virtual. Alright, and these two types will be the same on any mirror you do. If it's got the object way outside the focus, it will look like this. If it's got the object inside the focus, it will look like this. Alright, next. This is the last type. It's just going to be, there's no, if it's in between the focal point and 2F, you can't really judge it based upon the prior two, so it's its own special case. It could be bigger, it could be smaller, but it should be real. Alright, it's real, and most of the time it's bigger or the same size. So let's take a look at what this one does. First line, straight to the mirror, and then it bends through the focus. Second line is straight through the focus, hits the mirror, and then bends straight. So if we look, our image would form, whoops, my bad, our image would form about right there, and in this case it looks slightly bigger. Okay, it looks like it is a little bit, sorry, it's not a little bit, it is inverted, and it is real. Again, it's real because these two lines cross. I didn't have to do this in order to make my lines work. Alright? The last type is the convex mirror. So let's take a look at that. Okay, this next type is the convex, and the convex mirror will bend out, so its shape is bent out, and it is a diverging, that's the word I tried to write there, let me just rewrite it real quick, the diverging lens. So it means it diverges light, it separates light. So the first line we draw is from the top straight to the mirror, then bends through the far focus. So if we look, here's the top of the mirror. It's going to go straight to the lens, and then it's going to bend through the far focus. Now the far focus is on the other side of the mirror, so we have to trace an imaginary line behind the mirror to that line, and then the way the line will bounce off will be parallel to that, and it'll be a solid line. Okay? But this is the way it would look on the drawing. The second line goes straight to the far focus, and when it hits the mirror, it goes straight. So here's the far focus. So we have to imagine our line is going straight to that far focus. Alright, but it doesn't get there because it hits the mirror. And when it hits the mirror, it goes straight. And then we trace that line back. Now you can tell that this line and this line will never meet. So they're diverging, which is what's supposed to happen. The image forms where the two dotted lines cross. And this is where your image forms. So the image on this one should be virtual, because the lines don't actually cross. It should be upright, and it should be bit smaller. Should be smaller. And it doesn't matter where you are on the convex lens. So just to give you another example, we'll put one a little closer. If we put one a little closer, it should do the same thing. Okay, so let's check it out. Let's see what happens. We should draw one line straight to here. It's going to bend through that focus. Pretend my dotted line was a little better. Let's see. Alright, it's going to bend through that focus, and then it's going to go straight after that. Then the second line is going to appear to go through that, starts going through that focus, but it's going to hit the mirror, so bam, and then it's going to bend straight. So then we're going to trace that line back, and you should see that it is smaller, the image is smaller, the image is upright, the image is virtual, just like the other one. It doesn't matter where you put the object, it should all be the same on the convex mirror. Okay? Now, the thing is, on these, there's no math here, so you're going to have to memorize these rules, as well as what virtual, real, upright, inverted, and smaller, bigger mean. So this rule you'll need to remember, and these rules you'll need to remember. Alright? It also will help you tremendously to know what happens when the object is way out from the focus, when it's inside the focus, and when it's close to the focus, because they will all be different. Alright? They'll all be different, but you should know how to draw them using these rules. Okay? So that is it for mirrors for the time being. Alright? I will make another one over optics. Or sorry, not optics, lenses. Alright?